Oh, it is great to finally be working with the great Poppy Miller with the toss here. Thank you very much, Poppy. Yes, we're in downtown Indianapolis, the site of the NFL Combine, where we have been here throughout the week talking to the elite prospects that have been out on the field, and includes that hype piece you saw with guys like Kayvon Thibodeau and Aiden Hutchinson. With Emory Hunt and Ryan Wilson, I'm Tommy Tran. So, guys, from what we saw last night and what we anticipate today, what are you looking out for?
Well, I think it starts last night, Tommy, with the running backs when they got on the field and ran. We saw Breece Hall, we saw Ken Walker running the 4.4s, two of the best running backs in this draft class. Breece Hall wasn't happy that had as my running back two, but he proved last night that he's going to be in the running back one conversation. So it was good to see those guys run. And of course, Emory, this morning we had the cornerbacks come through. Not surprisingly, all had a ton of confidence. Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley, and the Washington guys, Kyler Gordon, and, of course, Trent McDuffie. So I was glad to get a chance to talk to those guys. And now, we're going to get it going with the big guys here in a little bit.
Yeah, it started last night, like you talked about, with the running backs and how they were able to show a lot of times what they were asked to do versus what they can do. Catching the football, doing the agility drills, those are things that running backs have to be able to do at the NFL level. We saw this last night and today, talking to these corners, watching these guys with confidence. They go out there and make things happen, make plays happen for the defense, and we got to talk to the special team. I'm always good to talk to those guys on the third aspect of the game.
Yeah, those defensive backs we spoke with today, they will be in Lucas Oil Stadium tomorrow for their on-field workout. Stingley, though, will not be a part of that, saving it for his pro day. We are talking about the edge rushers, the D linemen, as well as the linebackers out today. So, Emory, if I were to ask you for sort of a top prospect you are looking out for on that field, who would that be?
George Karlaftis out of Purdue. I'm a big fan of his game. A lot of times we get to talk about height, weight, speed, ankle flexion, can he turn? But can he play football? George Karlaftis can play football, and that's what I love about his game. Got in as a freshman, played as a true freshman, was able to dominate at Purdue, knowing he was the guy. This is an opportunity for him to remind folks that he is one of the best defensive lineman prospects that should go in the top 10.
The funny thing, Emory, is it feels like he's sort of gotten lost in the mix, because as we saw in the sizzle reel coming in here, Aiden Hutchinson, David Ojabo, Kayvon Thibodeau. But I'm going to go with my guy, David Ojabo. Tommy, we talked to him yesterday, and born in Nigeria, grew up in Scotland. He's only been playing football 5 or 6 years, and he explained to us that he's only going to get better. You were asking him the questions about it, and I love the answer he gave as well about how important education was for him coming over here. But this dude doesn't know football, and he still can't be stopped, and that gets your attention. I mean, the ceiling is a 100-story building, so I love the idea of him just only going to get better. And look, he admitted that Hutchinson was part of his success, but he also said, in the one-on-ones, I'm winning them consistently. So some team's going to take him, probably top 15, and I have every reason to believe that he's going to end up proving to be one of the best pass rushers in this draft class when it's all said and done, Tommy.
And I don't know, Bobby, if you know and you're listening here, we thought he might be a Celtic or Rangers fan. He's actually a Man U fan. Loved the Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney time with them. So throwing it back to you, let's wrap up the sort of under-the-radar, off-the-radar type of guy that you're looking out for here.
I'm going to go with Travis Jones, the defensive tackle out of Uconn. And let's be honest, Emory, he was the only show in town in Uconn because that team struggled. But when you put on the tape against teams like Clemson, against those big bodies that he went up against at the Senior Bowl, he was every bit as good and then better than some of those guys. And, we like to say he made himself a lot of money in Mobile at the Senior Bowl. He certainly did that. The one-on-one drills, he was dominant. The team drills, he was dominant. And he's a little spark plug in the middle of that defense that can do a lot, not only in terms of the bull rush, but in terms of the pass rush moves that you don't usually see from a guy that size.
Yeah, I love to bring my shovel with me and dig deep for prospects. Troy Anderson out of Montana State, someone that has played quarterback, that has played running back. He can tote the rock, but he's a star linebacker, so that tells you a lot about his athleticism and what he brings to the table. A scene like this today, he's going to showcase that athleticism. He had a really good week at the Senior Bowl. And one more, Sam Williams out of Ole Miss. I was at the NFLPA game, and within the first couple of reps, you was like, you know what? This guy shouldn't be here. He's a stud. He's an underrated player coming from a major school. Here's another opportunity in a crowded edge class to make some noise.
Love that you ended with a couple of grinders because we started this week. We are ending this week. For Emory, Ryan, I'm Tommy. Poppy, we will send it back to you.
Well, Tommy, I'm not so happy that he's a Manchester United fan, but our producer Ryan Stryker certainly is. Tommy, Emery, Ryan, great stuff, guys. Thanks so much. And here is a look at Ryan Wilson's latest mock draft. And for the full breakdown of his round 1 mock, head over to cbssports.com. You can also catch more of Ryan Wilson on the Pick 6 podcast, which, by the way, love that sweatshirt he was wearing. Got to see where we can get one of those, but that is available wherever you get your podcasts, so make sure you download and enjoy today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.